Hello, Mayor, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. I'm just gonna uncover my ears so I can hear me. Make sure I can hear you. These are the other headphones that Skynet bought us some time ago. So I just decided to bring them with me to the McDonald's because this has a microphone on it, and instead of lugging a studio mic and iRig Pre and all that stuff. I wanted to take the time to talk to you guys about a couple things that I'm concerned about as far as the country goes. Now, I know damn well that what I'm going to say is going to upset the people over there at YouTube. But before we get started with that, let me explain one thing to people on YouTube. I'm talking about the administration. It has nothing to do with you whatsoever, okay? So, I don't want you to think that I don't respect your policies or anything like that. Just trying to type this camera up here. Oops. It's the portable USB camera that we have from the studio. I brought it with me because there's nothing wrong with the built-in camera, of course, but other than the fact that the built-in camera is a bit low, and you see my forehead more than you do the rest of my face. Let's be honest here, the government is a mess, okay? The government is not helping the people like it's supposed to be. And that is the reality. Sorry about that. That's the reality. The government is not helping the people of the United States. In fact, if anything, what's going on and this dysfunctional government is doing is it's clearly has made the situation much worse than it could be. Examples are many, and I mean, I could go back and look at the last 30, 40 years. Anytime the government gets involved, it doesn't help you. They are focused on their own means, their own goal, their own aspirations. The special interest groups, the politicals, the stuff like that. Okay, it's just the reality. They're not achieving what they're supposed to be achieving. They're just doing their own thing. Okay, they're not focusing on the American people. They're not focusing on the people that need help the most. That's what I was trying to say this morning when I said that statistics show that 61% of Americans are living from paycheck to paycheck. Immediately, I got people who talking about my money. Oh, Michelle needs more money. Michelle needs more money. I didn't say that. I need more money. I never said that. What I said is that the people that do need more money, they're not getting it. They're not getting the money. They're not getting the help they need. Okay? We have an exploding homeless population in this country. They're not getting the help that they need. Okay? They're not getting it. In fact, if anything, they're, well, I don't know what you would say. Just basically living in a wish and a prayer, I guess. I can only tell you, and if the Democrats really were truly concerned about the well-being of the people. Over 2 years ago, they should have done something with a stimulus check. Yeah, they rushed in when Biden was, appointed president. But really, if you think about it, what it really was something that Donald Trump had started. And Donald Trump, some people like to blame him for things, but I don't think he really was to blame here, because what did he do wrong? Nothing. As a business person, he knew, well, okay, first of all, you got businesses closing left and right. You got people being laid off or fired because of business closures and whatever. We need to keep the economy going, because to prevent more closures, people need the money to pay their bills and continue to go shopping and doing things like that. And that's what they were thinking. There's nothing wrong with that. Updates available. Alright, I'll take care of that in a little bit. But what I'm trying to say is, the problem is that did it start an inflationary trend? I don't think it was necessarily from the stimulus check. Okay. I believe the inflationary trend may have had something to do with that inflationary trend, but I don't think it was entirely the inflationary trend. Let me think about it for a minute. We had other things going on. We had rent, mortgage assistance. We had the PPP, the Payroll Protection Program, the EDIL, the Emergency the Distribution Disaster Instability Loan, or whatever it's called. Okay? That was the whole idea for businesses to stay afloat. Without these money, because Donald Trump knew, hey, you gotta have a business, you gotta have people working, or they're not gonna get anywhere. Okay? And he and the Republicans were managed to spearhead a lot of focused stimulus checks to help those people to go back to work and to bring the economy back to itself. So, what happens now? Well, the sad truth is, what happens now is, the fact is that we're seeing last year, the inflationary rate was 7.6%. This year, economists say it's going to exceed 10%. That's without any issue with hikes caused to oil and natural gas reserves and the situations of Ukraine. That's just because of the issues with the shipping disasters, with the container ships, to the everyday issues. I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you something. Okay, this is my receipt from McDonald's. Okay, I paid cash, I didn't pay with check. That is an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but that there is how much I paid. Let's see. You can see it really. It's kind of hard to see because my hand's right over the numbers. There is what I paid. Let's see if we can focus a bit for you. Yeah, $1 and 71 cents for a large coffee. I gotta get 2 refills at a deal. These coffees normally go for like $1, and they got up 71 cents. And the reasons are many, including the fact is that You gotta import the coffee beans, you gotta roast the beans, you gotta pay the container ships from South America where they're grown. Um, and that means that the costs are gonna go up too. Alright? That's a fact. It's gonna go up. Yet, at the same time, you have these people who kind of conveniently forget that. And they say things like, oh, the stimulus check's the one that caused the inflation. No. Not entirely. I will be honest, I say that. You also got the money that was going for the housing and rental assistance programs. You had money that was, for some people, there was a huge load of cash coming in. I know for me on Social Security Disability, I got a huge load of cash with the checks I got. Okay? The 1,200, the 600, and I think the last one was, what was it, 1,200, 600. Just say, total of $1,300, I think, over 3 years. And the thing is that made it possible for me to do some things I need to do. But what the biggest problem is the unemployment boost was a huge chunk of change for a lot of people. They were like, oh wow, I don't have to work, I don't have to do anything, I can make more on Social Security Disability, unemployment than I can when I'm working. So unemployment boost, was it $200, $300, $400 a week? Whatever it was more than some people were making in their paycheck on their jobs. And so the $2,000 a month was like, I'm not working, I don't have to, because I'm making more money on unemployment than I was when I was working. Yeah. Yeah, you were. But at the same time, you were also spending more money, and more money was available to you to spend. So for those people that really needed it, that was great. But unfortunately, there were other people that really didn't need it, and they took it anyway. Remember, that's $2,000 a week or a month on top of your existing unemployment benefit. So if you were a bigger corporation, CEO, headhunter, whatever, you were making on regular unemployment, let's say $2,000 a week, or $2,000 a month, that means you're making $4,000. And depending on the kind of job you had, that may be way more than you were making on your job. So you're actually going to go and just say, I don't have to work. I got this money coming in for free. Lovely. That's what it comes down to. They actually did just that. Okay, they made money by not working. It's kind of like Dire Straits said. I ain't working, your money for nothing and your chicks for free. That's the way some people saw it. Where the eviction moratoriums, on the most part, they were a pretty good idea. For some people, they really did save their bacon. But there was also, of course, a group of people that never paid the rent. And they rode the system as long as they could. Then when the Democrats said, you're going to give the money to the states to manage for the eviction protection, depending on the state you were in, the procedure was anything from a walk in the park to walking into a wood chipper. Okay? I mean, it's just the way it was. I mean, there was no consistency of how the money would be divvied out between the states. Okay? Flash forward to 2022. You got people that are still wondering, what about the $800 billion that is still sitting from the second and third stimulus bill that was never been used? It's earmarked for use, but it has not been used. It's still sitting there. Why is it still sitting there? Why isn't it being used? I don't know. What about the rest of the rental assistance money? Is that all spent? I don't know. See, I don't know how much was spent, or when it was spent, or who spent it, or why they spent it. Go figure this one out. So how are you supposed to fix a problem like that? Here's the answer. I think Congress should take that $800 billion and they should disperse it out to those people, regardless, of the low income category. Now, let's define it. What's low income? No, it depends on what state you're in. And it depends on how many people in your household. If it's just one person, Connecticut, there's a hint. Low income is not $75,000 a year. It's probably closer to maybe about $20,000 a year. But even $20,000 a year is better than what most people on Social Security Disability make, which make less than, in Connecticut, I would say about $14,000 to $15,000 to $20,000 a year tops. 20, that's tops. So now, what are you going to do? You got this issue, 10% inflation expected in July. Gas is going up. Food is going through the roof. That's a lot of money. If your coffee goes up 70 cents at McDonald's, I'll tell you right now, their lunch has gone up equally as much. Especially some of the things like beef and, fish fillets, chicken McNuggets. This stuff's all going up. Okay, everything. Shakes, forget shakes. Shakes are just, they're out there in the stratosphere. I was going to get one. I said, yeah, never mind. No. So, you figure it out, boys and girls. You figure it out. Because I sure can. Now, what's it like to use the MacBook for this video versus my phone? Well, because it's in my MacBook, I can edit the video here. I don't have to just wing it. I can actually edit the video in Final Cut Pro and put it up. I don't know if this laptop has Final Cut Pro installed in it. Let's see. I don't think it does. If it does, it's gonna suck. But QuickTime can also do editing as well, so you can cut and slice. And I think I have MPEG String Clip in here too. How did the shelf work on the walker? Yeah, the shelf. Let me show you that shelf. There it is. There's the shelf. How did that work on the walker? Well, for one thing, it didn't crash my hard drive. Thank God for small favors. But it was a very bumpy ride to get it here. And but hey, I'm here, and I still got software updates to do, and I'm gonna do that too. Software updates, and 97% charge in the battery now. But you have to look at the situation with the computer shelf. The shelf here is a prototype, and it's not too bad, but there are things on it I would still like to tweak on it. After this morning, I said to Ed, I'm so mad, I want to go buy something. But then let me not look at my checkbook. She says, I would wait. Because you're not going to get paid until the 21st of March. And then you could buy something. Except you could probably buy the heat grease and the wrench. And maybe some of the other smaller things now. Which makes sense, you know. And we talked about the situation with people who are, you know, buying excessive things that they don't need. Honestly, the way I see it is we're spending a lot of money. Some people do. I'm actually trying really hard not to spend money like that. But we spend a lot of money pushing for, well, let's buy this, let's buy that. Let's change this, let's change that. Let's make the world a better place. Let's blow a wad. Nice. Blow a wad. What we were talking about today was about, as I said, 61% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Because 61% of Americans, for regardless of reasons, or for a variety of reasons, but certainly some of the reasons is because some people have mismanaged their funds. Truth is, there's nothing you can do about somebody else's funds if they mismanage it or not. That's none of your concern if somebody else has mismanaged their money. But when you look at the statistics, and it says 61% of Americans, regardless of income, are living from paycheck to paycheck, that should be sending a red herring to you and saying, oh, wait a minute. That's over almost two-thirds of America. What the hell happened? How the hell did that happen? And then you look at the situation. One, some of the people I met during the unemployment boost blew that money in a bad way. They did not save it. They didn't put it away in a nest egg or any kind of a fund. In no uses or rainy day fund. They didn't do that. Most didn't do that. 2, for the rental protection. They didn't, some of the people either did not want to, well, okay, there's a difference here. There were a group that did not want to pay the landlord because they said, hey, I get free housing. You can't throw me out anyway. Okay, versus there was a group that said, I did fall behind in the rent, and I talked to my landlord, and we made payment arrangements, and I paid off my debts. See, that's the second group is me. During this time, we were dealing with you know who. Yeah. Okay? I was in the second group. I knew that I had to work something out. Right? the reason why I get so perturbed when people say to me, "Oh, you don't, you live above your means, Rama Lama Ding Dong City." No, I don't, because I don't have cable. First of all, what's the point? I don't even watch TV. I mean, there's nothing more to watch. You want to talk about spending $100+ a month just to watch infomercials and garbage? No, not me. Number two is, you spend $15 a month on a WoW. Big deal. I don't have cable, so I can have some fun. I need some entertainment. Oh, you spend $60 in your hair. Hey, I need some fun. I need to look nice. Alright? And that's not really a lot of money when you think about it. And then say, you're living outside of your means. Excuse me, I'm putting $20 a month in my savings automatically each month. Each month, automatically. $20 goes in my savings. I could increase that. I was thinking about increasing it to $40. As long as they can guarantee that the income coming in from YouTube is going to make it feasibly possible. But we know YouTube is not always going to do that. Alright? This YouTube is, I don't make the kind of money to assume that I'm going to be bringing home $100 a month. I'm lucky if I bring home maybe $100 every 2 months on average. Okay? That's without the super chats. That's just a regular revenue from videos. And the Patreon page. And the members. So, you tell me why you say that I'm outliving outside my means. I really would love to see you explain that to me. I really would. Well, we're going to see if we can get this video uploaded to YouTube. Now, I never, as far as I remember, ever did that using iMovie. I always use MPEG Stream Clip, but I don't think MPEG Stream Clip's installed on here. I will look. And if it isn't, I will have to download it and install it, because this video is in high resolution format. It's a QuickTime movie, and they're big. They're really big. So I don't know how long. If I can upload this, I can upload it directly from iTunes, but it's gonna take a while. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go, and I'll talk to you later. Stay out of trouble.